All right, welcome back, my dear students. So now that we have this page here, what next, right? Well, we need to actually put this file CI into our code editor, right? So we can start looking at the code. So I'm gonna go to my htdocs and I'm gonna drag my CI folder into my code editor, which I'm using, by the way, called Sublime Text. All right, you can use whatever code editor you like. It really doesn't matter, as long as it's an okay code editor that you can see your errors and syntax highlighting. Beautiful. So right here, we're gonna inspect CodeIgniter. We're gonna find out exactly what this fuss is all about. What is talk about CodeIgniter? So here inside the CI folder, we have a couple folders: application, system, user guide. All right. This is user guide folder will have basically the same information we have on the website for CodeIgniter. This information right here, documentation, user guide. This will be the same thing that you will have in your in this folder, user guide right here. Click on it and you can see that in my localhost I have the same information we have here. So we actually don't. So if this view is being generated by a controller, how is the controller doing it? Let's go to the controller, which is welcome.php. We click on it and we can see that the controller is just a class called welcome. All right. And this class is extending the functionality of another class called the CI underscore controller, which is the main class for every controller that we are going to be creating. So every controller is going to be doing this, extending the CI controller. And you can have as many controllers as you want, of course. All right. Basically, we will have a user controller, a task controller, a form controller, whatever controller you want, right? Whatever functionalities you want to separate. Of course, we want to separate the user's controllers from the form controllers, right? It's just common sense, right? So right now we are extending the functionality. We're using a default method or function called index. And what this index is doing is loading everything right away when the page loads. And what is actually loading right now is a view called welcome message. This keyword, this word here, welcome underscore message, you can notice that it's the same as this file right here, welcome underscore message, without the .php, which is the extension. It doesn't have the extension. It doesn't need it. So in order for us to load a view, we need this whole code right here without the extension of the file. We need the file name and no extension. All right. We're always going to be using the this keyword here. All right, to refer to whatever is on this class right here, or in this class, of course. So we use this, and then we use load. All right, and then the method view. This method view will load that view, that page. It's basically like including it in a way. All right, that's what basically that class, that method is doing. All right, so if I take this off here and I'm going to comment that out, and I'll say something like echo, this is the welcome controller. Load something right away when the page is loaded. All right. So on the next lecture, I'm going to show you how to use more methods, all right, for this welcome controller. All right. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture.